restoration channel. We'll pause this. Oh, I can't hold it with the remote. Got it. So check out this toboggan here. I'm not sure what happened to it, but
It almost looks burnt.
it's like it laid out in like the back. It basically looks like it laid in the back window of this car from like 1982 to 1989, rolled up like this with some man liquid on it.
Baby gravy.
So I try to find a special way to wear it. So over here, you'll see transmission.
Oops.
Now, this is what is considered a ringed input shaft. This is an M300 shaft. Ringed input shafts are notorious for breaking at the ring, and we shook the tire very hard, shook the car pretty hard. And I let out. I didn't try to keep going or nothing, but we shook the tire pretty hard. And then we went up for the next pass, and it left, and it was one of those like, oh yeah, here it goes, and then boom. It's like went to neutral. I was quick enough that it didn't even hit the red limiter. Just, it's like, I don't know what it was like, but obviously we broke this. So, well, the bad part was everybody was braking that day at Edgewater. Everybody was braking. All these cars were just busting the rear ends and busting this and busting that, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be that guy today. Sat in the staging range for forever to make the last pass. And go up there, do a nice burnout. Had it turned up but turned down, if that makes sense. Or turned down, then turned up. There we go.
There we are.
So right when all the power started creeping on in there, because we were Charmin soft on the leave, it decided it didn't want to go anymore. So that's okay. I knew this was, listen, this trans was, I bought this transmission, it actually wasn't in, it was in that case when I first bought it. I bought it from Transmission Specialties. It is their ProLine 2500 transmission, which is M300 input, their HD pump, 8 clutch pack, 180 low gear with a stock carrier and stock output. That transmission was only rated for 1150 horsepower. We've been over that for a long time. So 2 or 3 years ago, I got with Mark Griffith. He said, hey, I've got some of these BTE cases that have come in. Here's the deal on them. So me and my buddy Josh both bought one. I took in my transmission that I beat to death for a couple years, threw it up in low gear a couple times at like 300, 400, 500 feet out. Really put a beating on it. And we took all them guts out and put in this. He said there's nothing wrong with any of it, which is surprising. So he literally took all the guts out, put in this transmission, and we've been racing it ever since. Been real fast with it, made quite a bit more than 1150 horsepower, but the car's light. It's not a big, heavy 3,500 pound unit or nothing. It's not even 3,000 pounds, but that's none.
That's all we can say.
Right. It recently gained 125 pounds back to it. But that's none yet. yet. So, anyhow, beating this thing to death, never giving me an ounce of trouble. It's actually kind of sad. It's kind of sad because I broke it. And you know how weird it is to have a broke race car? I've never had an actual, well, I shouldn't say never. For many years, I've not actually had a broken race car. I've had a race car that I took apart and did some things to, but it's never been legitimately broken. So this is the first time I've actually broken the car to where it won't move on its own power. There we go. It is broke. So we're gonna drop this thing off at Mark Griffith's house in the morning, which that'll be Wednesday, which you'll probably see this Wednesday night or something. We're gonna drop it off over there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a ringless input. If he said something about the pump, if the pump is able to do a ringless, we'll do a ringless. And then I'm probably gonna go ahead and go from the 180 first gear to a 169. Maybe, I don't know if I wanna spend the money now or after the season's over. But the race that we're wanting to go to, I think the 169 versus the 180 will help. So we'll see. If I do the 169, it'll be a Hughes unit. Pete at Hughes. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll kind of see. So there's a transmission. Let me show you something else. If you come right here, look on the floor, you're wondering why the transmission is out and
The heads are off.
the heads are off. Well, these heads are off of the motor over there underneath the
Not
this unit.
Not
underneath
that
the
one.
trash bag. So
This one.
let me show you what this is. This is a 153 rods and pistons. This is what has been in the car for the last 2 or 3 years. 3 years now. 3 years. It's obviously not in the car anymore. So, what we have in the car now, which is outside, I forgot we were going to do this little video. You'd have some light to see it. What we have now, which I wasn't even going to say anything, obviously you guys have heard the difference in the videos, but now what we have is a Dart Pro 427 Dart crank, the Monar Power Rider Plus rods. I forget what pistons. Wiseco pistons. It's got a set of Michael O cylinder heads on it. Same intake it's had on it for years. Same turbos that we ran the 5.3 with. Does have a John Bewley camshaft. Seems like his camshafts work very, very well when they're set up to run what you tell them you're going to run. They work very well, unless you decide to change things and they don't work well anymore. But if you tell them what you're going to run, they're going to run. Anyhow, so John Bewley cam from Foolproof Performance, also known as Lil John Motorsports. That's what cam's in it. So the dyno videos you saw, we made that amount of power on not much timing, very little boost. I think we made 1,100 something horsepower on like, I don't know, 16 or 17 pounds of boost, which is nothing. Timing's still Charmin soft. So that's pretty much that. We are going to do a turbo change, and we are going to make 2,000 plus horsepower next year. We're going to try to anyway. So we are not
Capable.
It'll
2,000.
be 2,000 horsepower capable.
Capable,
2,000
right.
plus horsepower capable. I am done playing around. I'm done getting out horsepower, which I'm still going to get out horsepower. Let's not get it twisted.
Done being first round.
And we're done being ducks. We're
First
done
round ducks.
being beat because of a lack of horsepower. I am done with it. And if we want to get serious in this big tire stuff, that's just what we're going to have to do.
That's what we did.
And if we want to go do some tree side small tire stuff and kick some people in the face, that's what we're going to do. Don't think I won't.
We're
I've
done.
Small tires
We're
on it before.
done playing games. Serious. It's gotten serious.
Things have gotten pretty serious around here. So that's 5-3, blah blah blah, whatever. That's just where we're at. I don't really know what else to tell you other than trains are getting fixed. We're gonna try to go to the Kentucky Cash Days that Happy from Louisville's putting on. We're gonna try to make it to that. It's not this weekend, but next weekend, the Saturday after
Right there.
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to make it to that. We're gonna try to make some upsets and try to, bring that money home to Ohio. We'll see, man. It's a little chunk of change to spend before we go down there. So I might need tires before then. We gotta fix the trans. The buy-in's like $500 for big tire. So, yeah, but we'll see. Might give it a shot. Might come home with 10,000 or something. So,
Be cool.
yeah. And we're planning on going out west next year. And meeting up with some guys out there and doing some street stuff in Mexico out west. There's also some cars that do some roll racing that are supposedly the baddest cars, roll race cars on the planet. And I personally think we can make them look stupid. So it'll say, y'all might think I'm dumb, but I really want to go out there and absolutely make these, $200,000 and $300,000. What are they? Lambos or Vipers? Whatever they are. Make them look absolutely like idiots, like they don't know what they're doing.
Especially in a car that doesn't look
right. That looks like some white trash trailer park
right out of Middletown.
Straight out of Middle Tucky. Just mullet wig wearing
Yeah.
hillbillies.
And then just put them straight on the trailer. Well, kind of.
Tuck their tail between their legs.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't want to talk a big game. I'm not going to talk a big game, but I think we're gonna handle on this unit. We're gonna do some neat stuff. So hopefully we'll do some neat stuff next year, Lord willing. That's pretty much it. Working on the Fairmont, working on a few things here and there, trying to get rocking here, and just a little Wednesday video. I guess moving on this thing. Like, I really have been moving on this thing. Man, I've been pretty busy. And then work's been hammering me. But no excuses. It's time to get this thing done, get it back to the owner so he can put his stuff together in this unit, have a nice little ride next year. Be badass. So, I don't really know what else to say about what's going on around here. So, short little goofy video, but keep an eye on us. And we'll see you next time. Maybe next weekend.
Maybe next weekend.
Basically, whenever the car gets back together,
we're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere to do something. I don't know.
Some hood rat stuff.
If it ain't snowing, if it's dry, we're going somewhere. So, but you'll be with us, and we'll see you next time.